So people who have tuned in, the quiz is yet to start. The quiz will be starting in like 5 minutes. So stay tuned and see the quiz. இவன் இங்கே 8:30 மணி டைம் சொல்லிட்டு இன்னும் யாரும் மக்கள் எல்லாரும் ஜாயின் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
நான் வந்து ஊசி சாக்லேட் கேக் எப்படி பண்றதுன்னு பார்த்தேன். அந்த சாக்கோலவா கேக்லாம் இப்படி பண்ணா வரும்ல அப்படின்னு. அது மாதிரி வீட்லயே பண்ண முடியும். சரி முடிச்சுட்டு வாங்க.
সরকার নিঃশ্বাসীকে অসুবিধা শব্দ আর্টিকেল হেল্পলাইন নম্বর 033 জানার বিষয় 00 বা রাষ্ট্রীয় হেল্পলাইন নম্বর 107 যোগাযোগ করুন।
Hey Arun, hi Sukalyan.
Hey Ambi,
Hi.
Eppadi, what are you doing?
Bro, this is streaming on YouTube. Probably people are listening to us. I'm good. How are you?
That is okay. Everybody should know your voice.
Most people in India are knowing your voice. You're becoming famous, winning a lot of online quizzes.
Nothing like that.
So who won that? What is that?
JK da.
Okay.
100%. Sukalyan is already here, kya?
Yeah, he also has joined.
Oh, nice. You're the host.
I am the co-host. I am the streaming partner. Since some people didn't make me the streaming partner, I found other people to.
Enti amme. Kadavule. Nothing like that. Okay, next is
Yeah.
Since planning this gives time.
Yeah, I was messaging Sagnik. He's saying he will take like 5 minutes.
Nobody got food, man. I don't know how many people are there on the call right now.
9 people are streaming seeing the stream.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, then you have to be like my formal self.
Yeah. Hi, Aditya. So, how was the prelims of this quiz?
Good. It was like confusing, man.
Oh, is it?
Like, I had to open my eyes like this to read. I was like, I am putting anything I didn't understand.
Oh.
I was telling quickly on this key. So the asterisks, right? There are asterisks. I guess somebody was trying to use it to make it bold, right?
Okay.
Asterisk to use in WhatsApp to make something bold.
Correct? Yeah.
Asterisk was I was getting confused with the asterisks.
Why?
Like, Surat question. I wrote Surat and I cut and I'm like, what are they wanting in this question?
What was the question?
The Surat question was that Rembrandt Mughal painting.
Rembrandt Mughal painting? What has Surat to do with Rembrandt Mughal painting? And then is there a painting that Rembrandt...
No, dude. Because of the Indo-European trade, Indo-European trade actually started through Surat. Right?
Okay.
So that would have been the only probable guess.
Okay.
I think there's a painting of Shah Jahan by Rembrandt.
Okay.
Weirdly, I went to Rembrandt's house.
Oh.
Rembrandt's house. Okay, I think it's somewhere. I forgot where it is.
Okay.
I didn't see that, dude.
Huh?
I didn't see that there.
Oh, okay. Where was the Rembrandt house? In Italy or?
No. It's in Holland.
Holland, okay.
Holland, Belgium. Where is it? Rembrandt di Vicin. Rembrandt di Queen.
Okay.
HUIS.
All these Van Gogh, Rembrandt are from Netherlands.
Amsterdam only, dude. Amsterdam. I'm thinking. Yeah. All of these guys.
Okay. So you went there on a trip or was it like a...
Went on a trip.
Okay.
How often do?
Hi, Vinith.
You can AMA. Ask. You can make an AMA of this.
Yeah. How often do you travel? Is that the question that you wanted to ask?
Dude, this year such horrible, man. I want to travel so.
Same thing here. I traveled a bit in the beginning of this year, but after that, nothing.
Nothing compares to traveling. Yeah. Traveling is like I drive. I need to drive. Going abroad is a different thing. Okay. but driving is my like. I need to drive.
Hmm.
Okay? That's how I travel. I
Since
thought here I will do it in entire India. Okay?
uh,
I'll take a month sabbatical, 2 months sabbatical or something like that. Go around.
okay,
And I got a big sabbatical. I'm sitting at home.
okay,
This is the problem. Right?
happens, yeah.
We can't get out. And
Okay.
if you are aware, Gurgaon had a mega flood also, no? 2-3 days ago.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah, Gurgaon floods every time it rains.
Uh,
Good city. Please record that.
Hi, Mohit. Hi, Akshay.
Mohit is here. Mohit is just talking to me. Mohit
Okay.
is in the quiz also. By the way.
Yeah, so people in the stream, people in the finals.
Hi.
Hi. Wait for some time. Sagnik will be joining soon. Once he joins, we will start the finals. Meanwhile, yeah, if you have any questions for Arun, the new online quizzing sensation of India,
What?
yeah, please ask him.
Yeah, right. I think this is only for 1 more month and I'll stop, Macha. That's it. I'll go back to my.
Are you serious?
It's tiring, man. It's very hard to manage everything. Right?
Got it.
You yourself can understand, right? Like I have work. I have really constant work. If it was a work, if this was happening, I would have been like this one laptop here, full time working. So
Got it. Yeah, everyone wants to kind of take a break now. Hi, I think Jaykantan. Please wait for some time. Sagnik, the quizmaster of the finals, will be joining shortly.
Mantra is here. Anurag is here. Yeah. Switch on the AC.
Hi, Anurag. Do you want to share your screen? I can make you the co-host.
You can make me the co-host.
Okay. So we'll wait for Sagnik to join, and then the finals will start. Hi, Aditya Das Chaudhary.
You should call me by my full name.
That's his full name, right? So, Harun, what are the interesting questions that you asked today in your?
Don't ask the same questions you asked straight on your. Okay. No.
What is the most memorable quiz question that you have faced?
Yeah?
What we have to fill time. I'm waiting for Sagnik to join. So until then,
the question that everybody faces from their parents is, are you getting married or not?
that is like a life question, but like let's say a trivia quiz question. Okay, Sagnik has joined.
I think if my parents see this, they'll call me.
Okay.
I should not tell them.
Sagnik, have you joined? This is.
This is a Zoom free account. What? This is a paid account.
It's a paid account.
Nice.
Anurag, Sagnik is joining?
Yeah, he's joining.
Okay. Sagnik, I have made you the co-host. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Yeah, hi. One sec. Should I record?
I can click on record. You just take. I mean, you can take care of the finals. Yeah.
I can't find the share screen. Just a moment. I'm calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
many rounds?
Yeah, sorry for the delay, guys. So, is the screen visible to all?
Yeah, we can see the screen.
Yes, yes, you can see.
Chalo. So, first of all, congratulations to all the finalists. It was a tough set, as said by some, but it has been really polarized statement. Some might say it's very easy, some might say it's very tough. So, congratulations to you guys, and thanks a lot to Anurag for helping me with all the logistics and the PPT, and thanks to Nambi sir for allowing us the YouTube live stream. I think we're good to go. So, this is the poster we made. One. So yeah, there are 4 rounds.
Sagnik, can you put your screen on full screen? You still seeing the bar on the left.
Okay. Just.
Shift F5.
I did it, but it's getting claimed.
No, then use the button on the bottom, no? Right hand bottom.
Just before 81. The other one, yeah.
Okay, so before moving on, the order is the first name is JK sir, second is Arun and Kalyan, and third is Mohit, fourth is Akshay, fifth is Anusha and Vinay, and sixth is Aditya.
Can you repeat that, Anurag, for everyone again?
I'm repeating again. The first name is JK sir, second name is Arun and Kalyan here, and third name is Mohit Kumar, fourth is D Akshay, fifth is Anush and Vinay, and sixth team is Aditya.
Everyone clear? Is everyone clear with their team names, team numbers?
Yeah.
So we'll proceed with the first round. First round is infinite bounce and pounds. So plus 10 and no negatives for bounce. And if you're gonna bounce, it's plus 10 minus 5. You're gonna get adequate time for each question. So without ado, let's move.
Okay.
First question.
Okay, how do we bounce?
You bounce by WhatsApp to me or Anurag, right? You have our numbers, right?
I have Anurag's number.
Okay, then bounce to Anurag. Anurag, can you confirm?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
give a
Should we go?
team 2, do we give a format or something, or we just send the bounce?
Yeah, you just send the bounce to Anurag or me.
Okay, thanks.
I'll tell you when the bounce is closed. Okay. JK sir, should we move?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Sure.
Okay. So coming up, the first question. So after significant administrative changes last year in this state, delimitation had to be undertaken, and there is an increase in the overall number of states if we go by the delimitation exercise. But in practice, the number of seats are going to decrease by 17. Now the optics, please note the word the optics for the exact number is debatable, but a probable reference to Indian defensive capability to respond to any threat anytime. So you have to give me funda for why in practice the number of seats will decrease. First identify the state and then tell me why the number of seats will decrease. Bounce is open. Think last year administrative changes. One state should come into mind.
So what are you looking for exactly? Can you just explain it once again? It's a bit
Yeah, so I'm looking for a funda that why, despite an official increase in the number of seats, in practice the number of seats will decrease. Why is this dichotomy? Something happened with related to the state, or something was announced related to that state, due to which this is gonna happen.
Hi, can you explain the second part again a bit?
Yeah. So look at the number. Delimitation exercise is proposed to be undertaken. 7 seats are to be increased, but despite that, in practice, due to something, the number of seats are going to decrease by 17. So officially they're going to increase by 7, but in practice they're going to decrease by 17. Something related to the state. Okay, I think pounds is closed. So plus 10 minus 5. Jayakantan sir, your answer.
Okay, this delimitation is going to happen in the same state, and the decrease and increase also same state. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm looking for something concrete.
No. I'm just saying 7. This thing is happening in one state, or 17 decrease is happening in a different state, or it's all the same state.
Same state.
Okay. See, Jammu and Kashmir getting the special status of union territory, so that it become delimited, right? And that's, they're saying technically that will lead to an increase of 7 constituencies.
I'll need something more. Moving on to team number 2.
Hey, hold on. I'm just explaining, right? I don't understand. What exactly do you need here?
The answer. So I think I have let you answer. So the team passing to team 2.
I'm going to guess Jammu and Kashmir will have domicile status. Kashmir will have domicile status because of the status. The seats will not be counted. Union territory.
Passing to team 3.
Team 3
I bounced.
Team 3 bounced. Anurag, did you get the bounce?
Yeah.
Team 4.
Yeah, I'll say the number of in practice it will decrease because there are certain number of seats allocated for Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
That's what I'm looking for. Very good answer. So symbolically, 24 seats have been left vacant for the Pakistan occupied Kashmir as a claim to it in the future J&K legislature. That's why you will see 7 has been increased, but in practice 17 has been decreased. So that gives you the 20.
Hey, I was just coming to that point, man. So if I'm completely wrong, you could have stopped me. But why did you just stop me in the middle of the answer and move on? It's not fair, right?
I gave you enough time to explain, sir, and you gave.
No, I was there at the halfway point. So when I said it's technically it's going to be 7 thing. So why are you? If I should be completely wrong for you to move on, right? It's not fair. I feel it's fine.
So everyone said Jammu and Kashmir. So that would be.
I'm the first person who's answering. So who is this? Everyone has said Jammu and Kashmir. What do you even mean by that?
So Jammu and Kashmir, you stopped at Jammu and Kashmir. You asked me a question, I clarified. So we'll move on. I'm sorry if there was any confusion. So the next would go to team 2. So this brand, which you can see the acronym of, is a distillery brand named after the acronym of a phrase that came to originate as a toast in old British pubs. So you can read the text. Toast in old British pubs important. Despite being in prevalence in the 19th century, it came to iconic status in the first half of 20th century due to a off-script improvisation that fit well to the mood, which is different from a pub. So give me this phrase or a slightly different worded full form of the acronym. Bounces are open.
Are you showing an image?
I will be. Just give me a second. This is the image. Do tell me to go back to the text.
Whose direct is this, Sagnik?
Team number 2.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll pounce. Team 5 will pounce.
Team 4, the last one. So is it into Team 5's direct?
Are you doing infinite bounce? So is it our Team 5's question or Team 5?
I'll just clarify. Anurag, whose direct is it?
Team 5 direct.
Okay. Sorry for that. So team 5 direct.
Can you go back to the question?
Bounces are closed now. I'll need your answer. Team number 5.
Vineet, you're going for it?
Yeah, so this is here's looking at you, kid, from Casablanca.
Perfect answer. This is here's looking at you, kid. Humphrey Bogart, iconic phrase in Casablanca. That's the origin of it. So full 10 points for team number 5. Moving on. Question number 3. So
Team 6.
direct.
Direct to Team 6.
Yeah. So moving to team 6. So this term made up of 2 short words originates in Revolution era America. So it refers to elite military units paid for their ability of instant deployment. Instant deployment is important. And it gives various logos to NFL teams as well as college athletic teams. ID the term, a slight modification of which might remind you of a juice brand. So think of any juice brand and modify the term of it. Also in similar context for similar symbolism, what did the US government name after this term that continues to be in service? Pretty self-explanatory. So for pounds, I would need both parts, but for pounds, I'll consider part.
Is there an image?
I'll stay on the text for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the image might not help you much.
Okay, fine. Then let's have the text.
So think of juice brands and work your way from there. I think Pounce is closed now. I need an answer.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, good guess, but which juice brand? Passing on. Team number 1. Jaganthan sir.
Hey, it's a 2-word phrase, is it?
Team 1, no.
This was team 6, right?
Yeah, Team 1 will answer.
Team 1 will answer. So it's a term made up of 2 short words.
Okay. And
but you can consider it.
yeah. What is the relevance? Yeah.
Pardon?
What is the relevance of the picture here then?
There is relevance. These people, they are known as that. This is a sculpture that denotes that.
Okay. So this is Minutemen, and this is there's a missile also named Minutemen.
Can you modify a bit, just a bit?
See, the juice brand is Minute Maid, right? That's what you're hinting at. And Minutemen basically they are the militia who are called that, and they.
I think you are going on the right track. I'll give you one last chance to modify.
So which part should I modify?
Second part.
Symbolism. What is the name of this term? This is the Minutemen missiles, the intercontinental missiles.
Okay, that's it. I'll give it to you. So I was looking for nukes, or ICBM could do just fine. So basically, Minutemen was because they could get ready in a minute. From Minute Maid, as Jayakantha sir rightly said, American land nukes are named as LGM-30 Minutemans, the symbol of its ability to strike back instantly, just like Minutemen did. So nukes or ICBM could give you full points. So full 10 points for Jayakanthan sir. Now moving on, direct number 2.
Quickly, I think somebody is asked if we can shut down the comments on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, Arun, I'm on it. I will disable the chat.
Disable live chat for now.
Yeah, I'll disable live chat.
Okay. So question number 4, team 2, direct for you. In a quest to develop a track that perfectly fits the energy, mystery and the dynamics of the character, X allegedly used a local Arabic motivational phrase meaning to awaken and arise. He said that it would have a unified voice of the masses, and hence he collaborated with thousands of volunteers across the world. Now, what's being talked about here? Also, IDX, the usual suspect for pioneering tracks.
Yeah, team 5 is bouncing.
Can we bounce to you or should we bounce to the other person?
Anyone, Anurag or me?
Okay, cool.
Just tell me that it bounced.
Yeah, Sagnik, team 5 is bouncing.
Yeah, team 4 is also bouncing. I have messaged you.
If anybody is blocking hints, I can give you an audio for this. If anybody is not blocking the hints.
No, we've already bounced. So okay.
Have you given it the answer? And bouncing.
Yeah. I sent it out to Sagnik.
So we have 2 bounces, so I'm afraid I can't give you the audio for this. So just look at the highlighted words. Arabic motivational phrase, unified voice of the masses, and scaled it up to a unique presenter. Something should strike. Okay, bounce closed. Direct for team 2. Your answer, please.
This is Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody uses the word Bismillah. So that is the.
Very good guess, but no. Passing on. Team 3.
Already bounced.
Team 4.
Bounce.
Team 5.
We bounced as well.
Okay. So team 6.
Is it Hasbi Rabi by Sami Yusuf?
Nope, I'm afraid that's wrong. Passing on to team 1.
Team 1 found.
Okay. So
I had bounced as well.
okay. So answer, guys. Any one of you want to volunteer?
Hans Zimmer.
And Deshi Basara.
Absolutely perfect answer. So this is the Dark Knight Rises Bane prison chant. So he rises from the prison. That's why it's Deshi Basara, which means let's rise. He collaborated with thousands of voices from the internet. Anurag, bounces. How many people were right?
First 10 to Jayakant sir.
I did.
Okay. The rest?
And a -5 to Mohit. These only.
Yeah, team 5 also bounced.
I sent it to you.
I've sent it to you.
Okay. I'll check just a moment. Okay, team 4 plus 10 to team 4. And Vinith also gets plus 10. Anurag, please note the point.
He is direct now.
Everybody gets a plus 10 on the bounce except Mohit.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll move on. So question number 5. Contrary to popular perception, only a tiny percentage of it actually ever gets lost. After an expensive hunt for beneficiaries, a majority of these lost items land up with a retailer brand in America. So they have items ranging from books, neck pillows, clothes to iPhones, headphones. They also have some rare exhibits which won't help you get to the answer. So you have to tell me what am I talking about, or what is this basically a retailer of? So think about what can be lost, very tiny percentage, and the highlight clues will help you get to the answer. Anyone bouncing?
No, we're still reading the question.
Yeah, give us a little more time.
Sure, I would give you that. I think we'll close bounce now. Anyone bouncing? Last chance. Oh, bounce closed.
It's team 8 bounce.
Hey, we are the bounce.
Pardon? You bounced, Anurag?
Yeah, team 5, I think we are bouncing.
Yes.
Anyone else?
2 has bounced.
Okay. Then that's it. 2 and 5 bounces.
I think Jack.
No, one has also pounced. I've already pounced.
1, 2, 1, 2, and they only from my side, team 1 and 2 have gone.
5. 5 has also bounced, right?
5 is something to Sagnik Bhaiya.
5. Vinith, you're 5, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Cool. So, Vinith gets plus 10. We will move on to the bounce. Whose direct was it? Anurag?
Team 3.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is the unclaimed baggages in the airports.
Right, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
It's retailer of unclaimed luggage lost in flights in Scottsboro, Alabama. So they basically take and sell all the luggage
Okay.
that's been
View
unclaimed.
in like control room.
So Anurag,
The
who
control
gets
room,
blessing
right?
for these?
That
JK sir gets plus 10. Arun and Sukaran have also plus 10. Mohit plus 10 on a direct. And a plus 10 to Anush.
scroll over.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, and scroll. Yeah.
Moving on. The last question from this round.
Live
During the
studio
Spanish Civil
option.
War in
Live
the
control
late
room, right?
30s,
View
Andalusia
in
was
live
going
control.
through a very hard
Yeah.
famine. The
Yeah.
black market thrived and superior goods were channeled to the neighboring Gibraltar.
Top
So these
right.
goods were
There
named
is no
wise
profile
after
picture only.
certain political icons, since he had allowed it to happen through Gibraltar.
Wait, hold
Over
on.
time, Wise shortened to a word Z in the local Spanish dialect that showcases coolness.
Pop up,
So
dude.
you might get Z from a 90s popular Bolly comedy. So give me Y and Z.
Only the screen you want. Are you sure it's Fatima Sana
I
Sheikh?
want people to see the names.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, but yeah, she was very small, so yeah.
Okay.
It's Team First Direct, right?
Yeah, that happens. Okay. Bro, where is that, bro? When you open that, you're doing one pop up and
In the late 30s, famous political icon.
pop
And
up is
the word that
saying,
we all have
yeah,
heard
it's
of it.
saying do one live stream now or do you want to
So
do
you might
later?
always have heard of it. And a
Where?
90s popular Bolly comedy.
Where is go next? There isn't go next.
I'll close pounds
I don't want to.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pounds closed. Anybody bounce or up?
Let it be. I don't think it's an issue now.
Team 2 has found.
Team 2. Anyone else?
And team 6.
Okay, so 2 and 6 have bounced.
Okay.
So we'll move on to direct. Team number 4. Your answer, please.
Yeah, I'll say why is Churchill's after
Hold on,
Winston
hold on, hold
Churchill
on. I
and
just
Z is
entered.
Chachi. The
At
comedy
the top,
being
my
Chachi
profile
Kotak.
picture is only there.
So the remake.
Perfect answer.
Top right.
So this is Churchill. It
In,
was called Churchill's, but then it turned. It was based on Churchill, and it got shortened
Left of
to
your picture, there
Chachi.
is nothing.
So answer is
Your
Churchill and
channel
Chachi.
YouTube.
Full 10
Yeah,
points for
that-
team number 4. So with that, we come to an end of the round number
Live
1,
studio
guys.
after video.
We will do a score check after round number 2. So in this round, we have termed it.
Yeah. Black screen, that
You
special.
can Google as much as you want. Officially sanctioned.
That
to connect
calendar
now,
icon is selected.
each question you'll get 4 images and you have to connect it to
Then it says Deja vu live stream is going
Since I'm
on.
giving you the liberty to Google, I want things to be specific. So
Yeah.
that we
Edit title
have
and
a
description.
reverse order. We'll start from team number 6 on this round.
So
Comments.
is there a theme also we are supposed to get along with the directs?
Where is
No, there is
comments
no
and
long
the
visual
bro?
connect. Each question is a separate connect.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, so then we'll move on. Team number 6, this is for you. Everybody else can also bounce.
Oh, okay. I'm entered this team.
Okay.
Settings.
So look at these images
Live chat.
and give
Live
me
chat.
a
Okay, bro.
specific connect.
Why are the designers? Okay,
Since
multiple
I'm
only.
giving you the
Cool.
ability to
Thanks, bro.
Google, I'll give you
See
less
you.
time.
Yeah. Bye.
Any fighter jet fans look at some part of the plane which is very peculiar in all the pics? Any bounces yet, Anurag?
No, not yet.
Okay. Just think why Collins has been given. Like I only got to know the connect after I opened up.
What is the scoring system of this round?
Pardon?
What is the scoring of this round? Like
Same
pounds
as
and
before. Plus 10, 0 for bounce and plus 10, minus 5 for bounce. I don't see any bounces. So I'll close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So bounce closed. Direct for team 6. Your answer, please.
Are these the etymologies of words which mean union?
Which mean? Which mean what?
Union. Join.
You know, I said I want some specific. Passing on, team 5.
So before I answer, one quick question: the pixelated parts of the images, are they deliberate or are they like the way they are?
They are deliberate just so that people cannot use Google Lens.
Okay. So nothing to do with the answer, right? Just so that people cannot use Google Lens. Okay.
Yeah, there is one image which might hide the answer, but yeah, for the rest of the 3 images, it's just for Google Lens.
All right. So I'll say the connect for this question would probably be something to do with the nose of the aardvark. Vinny, do you want to explain something? I mean, okay, so the aardvark is very clearly seen in the 3rd image. So basically, that's a Collins dictionary, I guess. So starting aardvark being the first, or rather maybe Collins dictionary of flora and fauna, starting with aardvark, which is the first animal that you see in a dictionary.
To zygote. To the end is the zygote. So A to Z. I'll go up to zygote.
So I'll give it to you. Even you have got from one picture, you get the points. Plus 10 for team number 5. This is the Collins aardvark to zygote dictionary. This is a god called Set. His face is also based upon aardvark. There's a character called Cerebrus. He's also an aardvark. And this is the famous F111 whose nose is very elongated, so it's also called an aardvark. So very good answer for team number 5. Moving on. So this will be, we have no bounces, right, Anurag, for this?
No.
Okay, so this is a direct for team 4. So in this question, again, there is one clinching picture which you can use to relate. So, anybody blocking hints on this one? Okay, since nobody is blocking hints, I'll say think of Madhuri Dixit. Especially for the first picture.
Can you repeat the hint?
I said think of Madhuri Dixit. Especially for the first picture. This is a famous musician. It's a peculiar instrument. A sandwich. Type of a sandwich, I might say.
Coming.
And what's the fourth image about? Is it some meme?
Huh?
Yeah, a meme which relates to the connect. Basically, it's a literal meme. It's nothing funny.
Okay, are you looking for some kind of a one-word connect or it's a concept?
One word connect. One keyword. Okay, I'll close bounce. Any bounces, Anurag?
The 1 pound from team 2.
Okay. So we'll go to team 4. Your answer, please.
I'll just say Beef Wellington.
Team Wellington. No, that's not Team Wellington. Okay, passing on. Team 3.
So you told that first picture is Madhuri Dixit, so I'm guessing Nene.
Okay, so what's the answer? What's your answer?
Nene.
Okay, I would not give such direct hints. Okay, so next, team number 2.
Team 2 and Team 1 have found.
Team 1 and 2 have bounced.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on to team number 6.
Is it Hawaii because that's an Hawaiian guitar, I guess, and Hawaiian sandwich.
I'll give it to you. Very good answer. Answer is Hawaii. This is the bird Nene. Nene is the symbol of Hawaii. It's a Hawaiian sandwich. This is Earl of Montague. Hawaii is also called Sandwich Islands in his honor. And this is Vishnu Mohan Bhatt with its Mohan Veena. It's a form of Hawaiian guitar. So full points would be given to team number 6. Very good answer. Hawaii it is. So moving on to team number 5. This is your connect question direct. Bounces are open.
But a bird bridge, there are movies in Germany and some other people.
Try to think of something very specific. I'm a Kubrick fan, so Kubrick fans will know the answer in a heartbeat. If they have watched the movies very closely. So I've deliberately blanked out one face, which might lead you to the answer. Anybody blocking hints?
Yeah, I think Team 5 is blocking.
Okay. Bounces will be given.
You want a, what is it you want? You want a single word?
It's not a single word, but it's basically 3 words, or you can give me variants of it. But it's very specific for all the hints. You can easily work out the answer by looking at the hints are blocked. One of the images are clinchers if you look at it carefully. Okay, bounce is closed. Any bounces, Anurag?
Hey, hold on. What did you say about how many words you need?
See, basically there are 3 words, but variants or explanation would be 4.
Can we still count?
Bounce is closed. Anurag, have you got any bounces?
No bounces.
Team 5, you bounce to me.
Hey, I had submitted a bounce. Can you just check it?
Oh no, Team 5 is direct. So we.
Okay, right. So there are no bounces then. So team 5, you can go ahead with your direct.
Yeah, before that, somebody was asking if they wanted to bounce, I think.
Team 1 has
Actually, can we bounce?
Team 1 has found. Now bounce is closed now.
Can we go for it?
Just a minute. Which team wanted to bounce?
Team 2.
Team 4.
Okay, it's too late, I guess. So we'll let team 5 go through with it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm saying Ode to Joy.
And can you explain?
So the person you've blanked out is Beethoven. So obviously, Ode to Joy is a pretty famous composition of his. It features in A Clockwork Orange. I guess it would have been a part of the opening ceremony in the Munich Olympics, and it's the theme song for the United Nations as well. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, very good answers. So basically, this is Alex's favorite song and later his hated song, the Beethoven's 9th Symphony, or as called Ode to Joy. This is the 9th curse. These composers all have died after making the 9th Symphony. This is the fall of the Berlin Wall, which was accompanied by a famous Ode to Joy concert. And this is the first time when Germany as a united participated in the Olympics. You can see the rings in the flag. That was the cue. So they had their composition as Ode to Joy. So full points to team number 5. The answer is Ode to Joy or the Beethoven's Ninth Symphony.
Team 1 also gets a plus 10 on this.
One has bounced?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 and 5 get points. So we'll move on to Connect 4. This is direct for team number 4 is there. So look at these 4 pictures. Again, one picture might lead you to the answer. Pretty famous people. You have the liberty of Googling. So I expect bounces from everyone on this. One picture is the clincher. That's the biggest thing. Anybody blocking in on this?
You can give a clue.
No one else has any objections? Okay, so think of politics. Politics administration. That's the best way. Crucible guys should clearly get the third picture. Okay?
Sorry, which guys should get it?
Crucible guys.
Crucible as in Tata Crucibles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll close bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any bounce on rough?
Yeah, that's a bounce from team 6.
Team 6 has bounced. Anyone else?
Okay, I've also paused. Team 1 as well.
Also bounce, sorry, team 1 also.
Okay. So we'll go to team 4. It's a direct. Team 4, your answer, please.
I'll pass.
Okay. Team number 3. Team 3, your answer.
Maybe marrying to a younger generation daughter, that is Woody Allen from the Woody, Dilip Kumar, and they married to a recently like Shoaib Akhtar married to a 20-year-old, so that means like that.
So no, the clue is politics. Moving on.
I'm just going to guess Sunny Leone.
Okay, I'd love to hear the explanation.
So I think so Woody, obviously you don't need to take another guess. It's Sunny from Sunny, and Dilip Kumar, I think she has a documentary called mostly Sunny. It was directed by Modi.
I think I should give you points for that. Bonus points.
Yes.
So team 1 pounds, right? Anurag?
Yeah, team 1 bounce.
Team 6 also bounced?
Yes.
Okay, team number 5.
Yeah, so we'll say sheriff. So Woody is a sheriff, and Gavaskar was the sheriff of Mumbai and Bombay.
Exactly, I give it to you very well worked out. I told you one picture is the clincher. This is Sheriff Woody, not mostly Sunny. And Sunny was also a sheriff of Bombay. Dilip was also a sheriff of Bombay, as well as this is Jamshedji DG Boy. So it's an honorific position just below mayor, which is given to eminent people. So good, well worked out. Team number 5. This answer is sheriff. So
for non-crucible guys, can you tell who the third person is?
It's Jamshedji DG Boy. So the DG Boy is a very famous businessman, one of the grand old people. He got a baronetcy for that. So yeah. So we'll move on.
Direct to team 4 now.
Yeah, direct to team 4 again. Okay, this is an art question. Look at the 4 pictures. So think of a movie. That's the best hint I can give it to you.
Of a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bounce.
Your team?
Team 5.
Okay. Team 5 has bounced. So I can't give you much hints anymore.
Hey, you just need a name of a movie or what is it?
I will only say think of a movie. Name might be related to it. So these are 4 famous paintings. Manet, Da Vinci. Fourth one is not a painting, it's a bust. And second one is by Jean Manique. Something connects them. Anyone else bouncing?
Team 2 has found.
I'll close
Okay,
the
I'm also bouncing team 1. Hold on.
close the bounces in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bounces are closed. How many bounces did you get, Anurag?
I've got from team 1 and team 2.
Okay, and I've got from team 5 as well. So non-comp answer, guys.
Right, only one.
You need to go around on the bounds, right?
Fourth director.
Just a moment. Okay, yeah. So I had bounces that got deleted. Okay, right. So I won't consider them. Right. So whose direct is it?
Team 4.
Okay. So team 4, I'll go to you.
Okay.
I'll say these were destroyed by the Nazis.
Okay. Passing on. Team 3.
Okay.
Is this the George Clooney's Monument Man?
That is the right answer. The Monuments Men recovered all these paintings which were kept by the Nazis. Very close previous team, but I can't give it to you. Monuments Men is the right answer. So plus 10 for team 5 Vinith who bounced to me. Anurag, your bounces?
Team 1 gets a plus 10. Team 2 gets a plus 10. And team 3 gets a plus number 10.
Right. And also give team 5 a plus 10. Recorded, Anurag?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move on. Whose direct is it?
It's direct to team 2 now.
Okay. So team 2, direct coming up to you. Okay, this is the easiest of the lot. So just look at everything and give me a very specific connect.
Okay. Okay. The other one is
Think of the fourth picture. And if you have heard of this, the third picture would be the clue.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Anyone bouncing?
Okay. Okay.
Anyone bouncing, guys? I'll close the bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bounces are closed. Team 2.
They have bounced.
Team 1 has found.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, only team 1.
Okay, I haven't got bounces. So team 1 only has bounced. So team 2, your answer, please.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess this is created by Kerker, and then she had sung for a cricket match.
So what's your final answer?
The Kesar by Kerker cricket match, Independent India cricket match.
Okay, so passing on to team number 6, 1 has bounced. Team 6, your answer, please.
Is it the Voyager time capsule?
Okay, can you explain?
That's Kesar by Kelkar. That's the only Indian song that is there on the capsule, and grasshopper sounds, lightning sounds, those are also part of the dish.
Perfect answer. I'll give it to you. It's the Voyager's golden record. So, Kesabhai Kelkar's Bhajan is the only Indian addition to the Voyager's golden record. This is the lightning sound, Morse code sound, and a cricket sound, which have also been placed in the Voyager's golden record. Voyager's golden record gets you points. Anurag, has Team 1 counts correctly?
Yeah, Team 1 gets plus 10.
Okay, Team 1 is on a roll. So Team 1 and Team 6 will get full points. Arun bhai, you were very close, but you went off track just a bit. So we'll have a score check. Anurag, do you have the scores?
Give me a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
So how many rounds in total?
4 rounds. Each round has 6 questions. So we have 2 more to go.
Okay, got it. In the Western app,
Okay, so the scores are ready now. So Team 1 is leading at 90 points. Team 2, we have 3 teams at 60 points. Team 2, Team 5 and Team 6 at 60. And Mohit is at 25 and Akshay is at 30.
One small check. Team 5 is at 70. Yeah.
Team 5 at 70.
70. Yeah.
Okay, let me check. Sagnik bhai, did they count?
Okay.
Not on this question, but before this question also we are at 70.
Okay, on it.
Anurag, which answers have you recorded from Team 5?
The Team 5 is not counting from Team 5 is counting to you, right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you which they have bounced to me. So Dark Knight Rises soundtrack, Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
So then there is Items Lost on Planes, artifacts recovered
Yeah.
by Paul.
Before these two, we had Casablanca as well.
We got here's
Who did you give Casablanca to?
no, that was on the direct.
Right. Okay. So we have I have 3 bounces from team number 5. And Anurag, how many directs have you recorded?
Direct I have recorded 3 only. 3 direct from Team 5.
Okay, no. So we had Casablanca and 3 direct on this round. So I can give you the answers as well. Aardvark was a direct. Ode to Joy was a direct.
Right.
Sheriff was a direct. And Monuments Men was a bounce.
Okay. So you are saying you said the Casablanca one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I've checked. So we'll give 70. Anurag?
Okay, only. Okay, so the
5 to 70. Can you give the scores again?
Okay, so Team 1 is leading at 90 points. Team 5 at 70. We have 2 teams at 60, Team 2 and Team 6. And Akshay is at 30 and Team Mohit is at 25.
Everyone clear? Okay. So we'll move on to round number 3. So round 3 is basically a special round for art Mondays. So here the point metrics changes a bit. Direct will give you plus 20 0, but pounds will give you plus 20 minus 10. So only pounds if you're very sure. Okay. So we'll again now move from team 1 from Jaikantan sir. So Jaikantan sir, are you ready? Okay, I assume you're ready.
Yeah, your voice is breaking up a little bit. Is it the same for everybody?
Okay.
Am I audible?
Supporting him with some live stream.
First question coming up for JK sir. So these are the lesser known works of a famous late 19th century European bohemian artists. So you might be inspired to experience Death in the Afternoon with Hemingway after seeing this artist's iconic work, since no one else can see her and she won't go away. So read the text for a while. I'll show you the paintings of this painter. So for pounds, I need the artist as well as his claim to fame work. You surely have heard of his claim to fame work, but I'll also need the artist name. So I'll move on to the image. So this is a no die quiz master question because I had this painting on my DP for a long time.
Okay, so these are just indicative of his style, or any of these paintings are referred to in the question?
These are the lesser known paintings of the guy I'm talking about. He has a specific claim to fame work. So I have given you the timeline. You can observe his palette on the second picture.
Okay, we'll bounce.
Okay.
You're saying, I mean, most of the world would know only one claim to fame work.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, we'll bounce.
Bounce, I'll need both the artist and the claim to fame.
Yeah, but given that you're saying it's a claim to fame, if you know the artist, you know the work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so team 5 bounced and it's wrong. So team 5 gets -10. Anybody else bouncing? I'll close bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bounce is closed. So Jaykanth sir, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'll say this is the guy who painted this absinthe drinker painting, Victor Oliva.
Ah, perfect. Beautiful answer. So this is indeed Victor Oliva's absent drinker, the green lady. So I told you, you can't see her, but she never goes away. So Death in the Afternoon in the question is a drink invented by Hemingway, who's into absinthe a lot. So full 10 points for Jaykanth sir. And we'll move on to the next question. Direct for team 2. So created by one of the greatest British romanticists, this painting titled Snowstorm is an example of this later progression to abstraction. So look, I'll show you the image. Especially the wild waves are apparently a visual parallel to something that is also produced by a ship crossing the sea. Although it was then just a theory, it was demonstrated successfully a few years later. So check out the timeline and give me funda for what this romanticist, I'll give you the name, was cryptically trying to show. So I'll stay on the text for a while. Look at the highlighted hints. So this is the painting. It's called Snowstorm, Ship in a Storm. Just focus on the wild waves.
Yeah, so what exactly do you want in this question?
So I want what Turner was basically cryptically trying to show, although then just a theory to be demonstrated a few years later. So I've given you the specific year so that helps you to give a specific timeline.
So this is some kind of a metaphor, or it's an actual scientific theory you're saying?
It is an actual scientific theory. I'll close bounds.
Team 4 is bouncing.
Okay. In 5, 4.
Yeah, 5 also will bounce. 1 second.
Okay. 4, 3.
Hey, just you said he's saying it's an actual theory. It's not some metaphor for some abstract concept or anything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 3, 2, 1, and team 5, are you bouncing?
Who's direct? Is it team 2's direct, right?
Yeah.
Vineet, just check my answer. Do you want to bounce on?
No, no, hold.
Okay, then
Okay, fine.
I'll have to close bounce. So bounce is closed. Akshay has bounced to me and he's wrong. So Akshay gets -10. Good guess though, but -10. Very good guess, rather, but yeah. So we'll move on to direct, which is for team 2. Team 2, your answer, please.
Is it a perfect storm? Like this is snowstorm, right? So There is.
No, I'll move on. Team 3.
Us.
Team 4. You have
I
one check?
paused. Yeah.
Okay. Team 5.
Vinny, we'll go with the one that you had, the one that you've written about.
Yeah, go.
That one? Okay. So we'll say St. Elmo's Fire.
St. Elmo's Fire. No, that's not the right answer. Passing on to Team 6.
Tidal electricity.
Can you repeat the answer for me?
Tidal electricity or wave
Tidal
energy.
electricity. No, you can't make a shift. Okay, so moving on. Team 1.
There's some kind of how colors intermingle and color theory and all that. There was a lot of discussion about whether colors are natural or they're just wave patterns which are getting distorted and you get a impression of a color rather than the color actually.
I'm afraid that's not the right answer.
Oh.
So I think it has passed on. This was Team 2 select, right? So we'll move on to the answer. The answer is basically Faraday's electromagnetic theory, which was demonstrated just 2 years later in 45. So the wild waves are an allegory to the produced invisible EM waves by the ship. So if you think of the ship and the waves going on through there, they are basically the trajectory of the invisible electromagnetic waves which might have been produced when the ship was moving. So that's why I gave you 1843 so exactly. This 45 May Faraday explained it. So nobody gets this one. Moving on, the direct is for Team 2 again. So this is a tough question. You'll have to think a lot on this. One of the great works of the High Renaissance, this piece is a supposed allegory of love conquering war. So the ambiguously tranced expression of the figure has inspired a phrase that's in the early 16th century. So replace the warrior with the messenger in the process. I did this phrase which was used as a humorous warning in a different context until the 1920s, after which modern advances have rendered it obsolete. For a further clue, I have given you what in the modern day world can be called transient stands not meant to sustain. So Arun Bhai's answer in this question, in this quiz, one of the answers had one of the actresses who made a movie on this. So
okay, again, there is no question. If you look at it, there is no question. I don't know what you want us to answer.
So I have given you. I did this phrase which was used as a humorous warning in a different context until the 20s, after which modern advances have rendered the usage obsolete.
Until the 20s is 1920s.
Yeah. So I'll just process the text for a while. I'll then move on to the painting. So think of the timeline. Think of again science, medical advances. Replace the warrior with the messenger.
Wait, did you say think of medical advances?
Yeah, in context. So
Can you show the image and come back, because it's going very abstract without that.
Okay, so this is the image. So this is a high Renaissance work by Botticelli. I'll give you that. So basically,
Now can we go back? Sorry.
yeah, I'll just tell you. Basically, this is an allegory of love, an allegory of war.
Okay.
So what you have to do is replace the allegory of love and war, replace the warrior with the messenger, and then think of a phrase which hints at something, a kind of a humorous warning in a different context, in a medical context, that became obsolete after the 20s.
Yeah, we'll bounce.
Okay, so it's a kind of a long
Phrase
phrase.
itself is this painting, is it? It's a road thing.
The painting, see the painting's context, especially the expression and the name had was one of the influences of the making of this phrase in the early 15th century, 16th century.
So only the phrase is what you want, right? Or do we get points if we mention the painter?
No, I've already given you the painter.
Oh, you mentioned the. Oh, okay, fine. We'll give you the phrase. Fine.
So the phrase. So think of three things: replace warrior with the messenger, and think of a phrase, and think of something in the medical context. So this might be an abstract for some. It's a tough question. So I'll close pounds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Team five has bounced. Huh?
5 is given you. Oh, beautiful. I didn't think this would be cracked on pounds. Okay. Vinod and Co gets plus 20 for this. Brilliant answer. So we'll move on to direct. Team 2. Can you give me the answer?
Men are from Mars and women are from Venus, because Mars and Venus, and the messenger you want is Mercury.
Okay. So think of phrase.
Mercury and Venus in retrograde.
Okay. So you have worked out quite a bit, but no, that's not the right answer. Moving on to team number 3.
The bounced.
Anurag, did you get the pounds?
Yeah, I've got the pound.
Okay, is he right?
Yeah, it is right.
Okay, so
It's right.
move on to team 4. Team 4, your answer?
Yeah. So I'll say the phrase is a night with Venus could lead to a life with Mercury as a bonding for syphilis.
Absolutely. Brilliant answer. All of you have cracked it very well. The answer is one night with Venus, a lifetime with Mercury. So basically, Mercury was used to treat syphilis until the 1920s. Hence, people were warded off from promiscuity with this warning phrase. So the painting is Venus and Mars by Botticelli. Venus, allegory of love. Mars, allegory of war. So you replace Mars with the messenger god, which is Mercury, and you get this phrase. So brilliantly answered by 3 teams. Team 5, Team 4, and
It's like team 3, team 4, team 5, and team 6 gets plus 20.
okay. So who all points to you, Anurag?
Team 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. So all of them have got plus 20 on this. We'll move on. Question number 4. This is a self-portrait by an acclaimed artist out of humble origins. It is appropriately titled as Dash. This is a symbolic rebuke of the artist against this dash word, which is basically used as a dirty slur. It's his way of embracing his own dash identity. Also, the interesting material used showcases being bit by the back to the root bug and acceptance of rural pride. The focus on material and rural pride. FITB, which is also the title of this work, give me the material used. Stay on the text for a while.
Is there a visual as well?
Yeah, I'll show you the visual.
You don't need the artist, right?
No, I don't need the artist. I just need the title and the material. Okay, so I'll show you the visual. Very giveaway. So this is an Indian modern artist.
Yeah, team 5 is outside.
Yeah, bounced. I've sent it out.
Okay, Anurag, have you received?
Yeah.
Sagnik, I sent it to you.
Okay, so what all you need here?
I need the FITB, which is also the title and the material used. The 2 parts. So can I close pounds? Direct to?
Sagnik, you got a pounds, right? Team 5's pounds?
Yeah, Vinay, I got your pounds.
Okay, thanks.
Anurag, the direct is for?
Direct is for 5 actually. I have 4 answers.
Hey, hold on. I'll also pounce team 1.
I think I've closed the pound, sir. So I'll move on to you later. So whose direct is this?
I've directed.
5 is already pounced. Don't do this again. But okay. So I'll go to team 6 now.
No, we can answer on a direct if you want to. We can give you the same.
Yeah, we can answer.
No, you've already pounced. No, I mean,
You've already
That's fine.
pounced. Okay. Moving on to team 6.
Team 6 rounds, team 1 direct now.
Team 1.
yeah, you need the name of the painting and the material, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Subodh Gupta's self-portrait called Bihari, and he's made it out of cow dung, I think.
Perfect. You have also got the painter. This is indeed Bihari by Subodh Gupta. He himself is from Bihar, and the material used is cow dung. So very well worked out. Team 5 gets a plus 20 on pounds. Anurag?
Yeah, team 1 gets a plus 20 on direct. Team 5 and 6 gets plus 20 on sound.
Okay, cool. So JK sir answered it. So the direct is for team 2. So there are multiple theories behind the true identity of the subject of this piece, created by a versatile painter in use for interesting reasons. For his influential patron secret, this caused the painter to be exiled temporarily in the later years of the invention. To evade judge scrutiny, since it was made without mythological references, what did the patron ask the painter to do as a compromise? A compromise between social propriety and ode to his secret lover. So I need the painting's name, or the funda will do, and the painter. 2 parts, the painting / funda and the painter.
Do we have an image again?
No, we do not have an image. That would be
Okay, fine.
Anush, check my guess.
Yeah, we need just take a look. Yeah, so Sagnik wheel pounds, team 5.
Yeah, I haven't received it yet. Can you send it to me again? Oh, you're typing. Okay. So think multiple theories. Think painter in news for interesting reasons. Think Inquisition that would help you with the country, and think of what one can do as a compromise between social propriety and vote to their secret club. Beautiful. Team 5. Team 5 gets plus 20.
And team 6 also gets plus 20.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'll close points now. Direct for team 2. Go ahead.
So Kilian, you want to take an answer? So Kilian, you want to guess?
I will guess painter as Francisco Goya.
And
So I think the influential person, patron secret, I was thinking maybe the
I'm not asking the patron, I'm just asking the funda or the paintings. Any guess?
no, this is for
Okay. So we'll move on. Team 3.
So I also wanted to guess that Francesco Goya and the Duchess of Alba, that their affair was there. So maybe that one.
So by clicking,
Goya.
like what's the funda here? Like, what did you do or what did you want to do? Okay, I'll move on.
Maybe he had some intimate paintings of that sort.
Okay. Still not, I can't give you points for that. So I'll move on to team 4.
I'll say the painter is Raphael,
Right?
and the painting. This is School of Athens.
Secret lovers in School of Athens. Difficult to find, but okay. Moving on. Team 5 pounds. So team 6. Team 6 is also pounced. Okay, so team 1.
I'll say this is Goya and it's made Duchess of Alba. And basically, he's hidden the word Goya in the ring that she's wearing and on the ground and everything, so that it can be served only by the way she's pointing to the ground and everything. So that's supposed to be the secret that is hidden in the painting.
Okay, so very good, but that's a different painting also. What? So I'll move on. I think team two gave the Goya first. So Anurag, give team 2 +5 because they came up with the Goya thing first. And team 5, team 6 is +20. And I'll tell you the answer. See, the answer is the La Maha Desnuda and La Maha Vestida, which basically means he had him paint 2 versions, one nude and one clothed. So when guests came from outside, he would hang the clothed version, and when it was him only, he would hang the nude version. So this nude version caused a lot of heat from the church and got Goya exiled from Spain for a while. So beautifully answered by team 5 and team 6, and 5 points to team 2 for Goya.
We get +10 because it's a 20-mark question.
Okay, you're right. So okay, yeah, +10.
Thanks.
Anurag, yeah, do a +10 on that. That would be
Yeah,
okay. So I guess partial points to team 2. So I'll move to team 3 for the last question of the round. So this piece by a famous Iraqi origin architect was based on the work of a minimalist who seek to begin a new era of art where reality had no meaning, only geometric figures and color did. A movement that didn't run supreme. Kudos a la Persh. You gotta know what that means. He adopted a particular motif that is non-de-guerre, a different colored version of which lies on his piece. So something people can't yet interpret still. Considering he believed his 1910s exhibition was the beginning of a new epoch, how did he term his exhibition as a symbol of being slightly ahead of the new era? So he thought it was the beginning of a new epoch, so he named the exhibition slightly ahead of the beginning of the epoch. So give me the painter and the name of this exhibition. I have a visual for you. I've given you things numerically. So I'll move on to the visual. So this is the Iraqi origin architect who inspired her work on this. So this is the tombstone of that famous painter. Pretty weird tombstone, but yeah. So I'll move back to text. 20th century minimalist, geometric figures. Even if you don't know the painter, you can guess numerically what would be slightly ahead from the beginning of a new epoch. So, anyone bouncing?
So which you need a name of a 1910s exhibition, is it?
Yeah, I need the name of the exhibition and the painter.
And what is the Iraqi origin? What is the significance of that here?
You might have heard him in conjunction with her. This is a work which is based on this. Some might recognize this. So she's a very famous Iraqi architect, Iraqi origin architect. I've already gotten a bounce from team 5, and they have got it perfectly correct. +20 for team 5 yet again. Brilliant answering. So any more bounces, guys?
Okay, just to be clear, you don't need the Iraqi architect and all that, right? You only need
that to do it. Yeah, I need the painter and the name of the exhibition.
So this is the name of the exhibition that he coined. Is it?
Yeah, he coined it. This Iraqi architect wasn't alive in 1910s.
Okay, I'll also go for this.
Okay. So I'll close bounce after Jaykantan sir. Okay, so whose select was it?
Team 3.
Team 2 got +5. Okay, so yeah, so team 3.
So is it that Rifat Shatirji is the Zaha Hadid?
Zaha Hadid is indeed the Iraqi architect, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I'll move on. Team 4.
Yeah, so the painter is Kazimir Malevich, and I think the exhibition is the 010 exhibition.
Can you repeat it?
I think it's called 010. Our painter is Malevich.
Okay. Can you just work on the second part of the answer a bit?
Or 110 is it?
Okay. So what's the significance of this? Like, how do you get slightly ahead by being 110?
It's just above 0. 0 is the start. The first one would be.
Okay. I'll give it to you. So, well answered. This is indeed Kazimir Malevich. It's 0.1 actually. Same thing, 110. But yeah, so this is Kazimir Malevich. He is famously known for the black square, where he just made a black square and said, people, look at this. This is art. So he titled his exhibition as 0.1, slightly ahead of 0. So Team 5 gets full points for this. Team 4 has also answered it in pass. And Team 1, Anurag?
It's a plus 20.
Okay. So 3 teams get plus 20 on this as well. So we'll move on. Okay. So so 3 rounds are over. This is the last round. Now this is a bidding round. You will have to choose a multiple of 5 from 20 to 100. You answer correctly, you win as many points as you've chosen. But you answer wrongly, you lose as many points. To make things interesting, we have kept the minimal as 20. Plus 20 minus 20 is the safest it's going to be. So in case of multiple parts in the question, there is no part points. Answer both or lose a point.
Can we have scores before that?
Anurag?
Yeah.
So you can answer all the questions,
Go
right?
for
Anurag, can you give us a score check right now?
Yeah, just give me a minute. Like, I just want to confirm that this round will go from like lowest score to highest score to highest score to lowest score.
Yeah, just give me from highest to lowest.
Okay, cool.
So will you be answering only on direct?
Yeah, so this is not going to be passed.
How many questions do you have here on this? One per team? Is that how it's all?
Yeah, 1 per team, and that's it. That's enough. Yeah, we're pushing on time a bit, so yeah.
We can bounce, right?
No, you can't bounce.
Yeah, so the scores are JK is leading at 150 points.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arun and Sukalyan they are 70.
Okay.
Team 3 Mohit at 50.
Right.
Akshay Bhaiya is at 70.
Right.
Anush and Vinay at 140.
Cool.
Team 6 at 120.
Okay. Team 6 at 120. Everybody okay with the scores? Okay, so I'll assume.
So are we going from the lowest scoring team as of now, and from there, is that how we are starting off?
No, we are going from highest to lowest.
Okay, sure.
So first points will go to JK sir. JK sir, the question is coming to you. Just to be clear, you have to bid a certain number. Please bid.
Okay, and do I get to choose a topic, or you're just going to ask me a random question?
No, you can't get to choose a topic.
Okay, so what are we basing the bid down now?
You bid based on your position right now and how much risk appetite you have.
And there's one question, and that's it. There's no passing. There's no.
There's no passing in this.
Okay.
I have another doubt. We get to see the question, right? Then we choose how much we bid.
No, not really. You have to bid.
Then there is literally no reference for us to make a bid. It's like it's like I'm gambling in blind.
Yeah, I mean, if you have topics and everything, at least you can sort of say there's some reference point for this. I don't know.
See, that's why we kept this, because that will change some equations.
Okay, do you have a sample question for this?
No, we do not. So it's all Gen. It's not specific. It's usually Gen, Pandey, and some pop culture. There is no specific art or any question.
So I mean, the only reason I'm saying this is I would want to know how I should bid, right? I mean, without seeing the question, without knowing anything about the difficulty level of the round, how will I be able to decide how much I want to bid?
Based on the difficulty level you have encountered in the last 3 rounds in the prelims.
Okay, fine. I'll
So
take
this
your word for it.
multi-part bid is also very shady. As in, you can generally add parts to it after the question comes up, and I don't know, doesn't make any sense.
So see, you have to answer both parts, or if you are close to the second part, we might not give you a negative if you're very close to the part. But unless then, we have to you have to answer both. So can we move?
At least randomize this thing, no? I mean, you're asking the highest scoring people to select it. I don't know how it makes sense.
Or start with the lowest.
Hat or whatever, right?
Yeah, you are at the highest. That's why you have the ability to set what other people are going to choose or aim for. That's why
This looks like an inability though, not an ability.
So, okay, let's not get stuck at an impasse. All right, you can see the question and then you can bid. Will everybody be cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
All teams? Do I have a yes or no?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll accede to popular opinion. Okay, so Jaykantan sir, the question here is for you, then you can bid.
Okay.
So this is a famous Asian rock star duo whose name can be translated in Hindi to Ease Cloth. So they came up with an innovative idea to showcase their national pride and aid in solving a key issue faced by the citizens of the country. So doing so also made their composition get linked to a Guinness record every time the song was played. So what issue did they help in solving, or what was basically the composition? So it's a single part question. You have to give me what issue or what was basically the composition. So they're basically the same.
Okay, are you going to show an image?
Yeah, I will. Are you done with the text?
Yeah, might as.
Okay. So this is the image.
So this is not a Hindi name, right? This is just a generic clue that you give.
Yeah. To do anything else would make the question googlable. So I have given you a way to work it out. If you know Hindi, of course, and translate it well enough, you might know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll go back to the text. So how much are you waiting for?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. So, what all do you need here?
I need the issue or what was basically the composition. So I'll need you to bid right now.
What is the composition and the issue are the same thing you're saying?
Yeah, they are linked to the same thing.
Okay, I'll bid the complete points because I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. I might as well take risk.
Okay. So you are for the record bidding for a plus minus 100.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the answer?
So this is a Thai band, and
right.
Basically Bangkok has a very long name, and people simply don't know the name. So to popularize it, maybe they have a song which has the entire name in it, and so that people the place name becomes more popular and things like that.
Okay, I'll give it to you. It's a brilliant answer. That is indeed the right answer. So the official name of Bangkok is hugely long. So these guys came up with adding music to the long name. So now people actually remember that name from that song. And the band and the minute. I think I moved on. And the band is Asani Wasan. So Asani is ease, Wasan is cloth. So Asani Wasan is the duo and Bangkok is the answer. So plus 100 for Jakantam sir. We will next move on to team 5 Vinith. This is a direct for you. This is your question. So mail-in votes have become the new contested issue in 2020. So in a previous election, an unlikely candidate, a perfect prospective icon for BLM, got thousands of mail-in votes. So this led to a lot of sympathy and a lot of Twitter disbelief. So ID the candidate or the blurred part in the tweet. Think timeline and let me just give me an answer.
Yeah, so when you said think timeline, the earlier elections timeline is what is supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll show you the tweet, which will help you in further capitalizing the timeline. So just read the text, highlight once.
Okay.
This is the tweet. So I think you've read the tweet. So we'll go back. So now you bid. How much do you want to bid for?
Can I see the timeline again for the tweet? Okay.
Okay, so the bid. Beneath the bid, please. I'll need one right now, guys. We are already pushing on time here.
The two parts are, or just the candidate, just one part, either the candidate or the blurred part, or are the do the same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, so then stay on the image then. Yeah, stay on the image then.
First thing is comment on a bid, and I'll give you 15-20 seconds more.
Yes, so give me, yes, thanks.
10 seconds. I need a bid. Okay, I think it's enough time. So I need a bid and an answer right now.
And we'll bid, we'll bid the lowest?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll bid 20.
Okay, and the answer?
So this person would have been 17 in 2016.
Yeah.
And so think timeline and let your mind go wild.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. 1 second.
Yeah, Vinith, you can take it.
We need an answer, please, right now.
You want a name? Can I give you what he's...
Oh, okay.
Anush, do you know the name?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one that I-
If that is what you're looking for, then I can give you a name.
Yeah, just give that name.
You can give me the answer. Find
Yeah,
the answer, please.
yeah, so Vinith says the tiger guy. So I'm going to say Joe Exotic.
Okay, Joe Exotic would have been slightly bigger for that blank, but okay. So the answer, anyone know comp, guys?
Harambe.
Is the right answer. So this is Harambe, the dead gorilla. Americans are so dumb, they actually voted for Harambe. 10,000 votes for Harambe in the 2016 election. So, always remembering Private Harambe, he can be a BLM icon as well. So we'll move on to question number 3. The next direct is, if we go by timeline, team number 6 with 120 points. Anurag, team 5 gets a -20.
Yeah, got it.
So the man shown in the picture, I'll show the picture, isn't a lot helpful. In a quintessentially similar background, calls himself a dash. So this dash word has a negative connotation in the outside world. They are basically the eccentric to illegal guides for special tourists to secretly visit this ghost city. So the same word, the dash into context, is an apt reference to a similar guide in a famous movie of the same name. This was known for its long shots and slow introspective storytelling. So give me the blank or FITB and ID the real world zone or the ghost city. So the word FITB is same as the movie name, famous movie, and give me the ghost city. That should be fairly obvious. I'll go to the picture. There's a picture. A dash standing on a house in a ghost city. So, team 6, what would you bid for?
I'll bid 40.
Bid 40, right? So you have to give me both parts.
So, yeah, so it is the blank is Philly and the city is Philadelphia.
The blank is
Philly.
So the guy calls himself a Philly.
Philly.
Okay, right? And the real host city is
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
The movie being Sleepless in Philadelphia.
Okay, that's an interesting guess. All Phillies are ghosts. Okay, but that is a wrong answer. So minus 40 for team 6.
Okay.
Anybody else trying?
This is
Non-stop.
Sarkar.
And the city being
This is Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. That is the right answer. This is actually Stalker from Andrei Tarkovsky's classic Stalker. The ghost city is a parallel to the zone. That about the question. So Stalker and Chernobyl will give you point. Turn around minus 40 to team 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the disturbance from someone else. Hello? Yeah, so we'll move on. So the next, we have two teams tied at 70. We'll go with team number 2. Arun bhai, your question coming up. So dash dermic biblio dash is a medieval practice which goes back to the 18th century. To prove an example in the 19th century. So it got special impetus during the 1790s in France due to excess availability locally. Later in Europe, it got normalized due to legal relaxation and social change. So what is this practice which you might be judgmental of?
Is there an image? Can you show the image?
Yeah, I'll show the image. It's not very helpful, but it gives you context what I'm talking about.
Can we go back?
Sure. So the first blank is not indicative. It might be a little longer. So it's a medieval practice. Especially you can work it out by 1790s in France. Excess availability locally. So Arun bhai, I would need you to bid right now.
जाना है क्या?
Max. Hello, William?
Yeah, so you'll be going for max?
Yeah, we'll go for max.
Okay, Anurag, plus minus 100. The answer is?
So this is, so 1790 we are thinking French Revolution, hence a lot of dead bodies available, and this is like literally making books from the skin of dead people.
Wow. I will give it to you. It's a perfect answer. So the French guys thought that when life gives you cadavers, you let's start making books out of them. So you judge a book by its cover. This is wrapping books with human skin. It's called anthropodermic bibliopegging. So reign of terror led to excess cadavers, and so it was done. So Arun bhai, brilliant answer. 100 points to team number 2 for this question, Raghu. Anurag, you recorded?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so we'll move on to team 4 now. So, an Iliad-obsessed German archaeologist departed in the mid-19th century to find a legendary city near the Dardanelles. If you know the Dardanelles, you know what city it is, which he would successfully excavate. Interestingly, the excavation would lead to the first discovery of wine in Europe, which is older than 10,000 years. The discovery of Y would ironically have a much more profound effect in the fate of his country than X in the next half of the century. So I want you to give me X and Y. X is a city, and why something is more than 10,000 years old and which changed the history of this country. So, in 4, I'll show the image. This is the image. I think this image gives you the entire answer. So, look at it carefully. This was excavated at the legendary city of X. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so X is the legendary city that you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll max it for 100.
Right.
So the legendary city is basically Troy. This is Heinrich Schliemann. And I'll say, why is the swastika symbol?
Perfect answer. This is indeed the inverse swastika. And so the answer is Troy and swastika. Very well answered. Team 5. Sorry, team 4. Team 4 gets plus 100. You will give team 4 plus 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the last question coming up. So this is for
No, so the last question.
team 3, right? So this is a question for team 3. So this karaoke of a famous late 60s track by purpose. This is actually created by reverse engineering and Indianizing a famous beat. So identify the Berman classic and the reason this beat attained omnipresent humming status in the 50s is also the reason for Berman getting accidentally inspired by it. So I have an audio for this. So meanwhile, read the question. So think Berman, think the timeline. Which song might have inspired it? And also, the omnipresent humming status in the 50s is a direct clue. So coming up with the audio. I'll end it at that. So it's a famous song, and the end part especially is inspired by a famous beat. So team 3, how much will you be bidding for?
I will bid for 20.
I need both parts. Which song is this, and which famous thing did get inspired by the 50s? Okay, your answer please.
So, Berman classic. This is the Ye Dil Na Hota Bechara.
Okay, and the second part?
Second part, no idea.
Okay, so it is indeed Ye Dil Hai Bechara, but I told you I can't give you points if you don't give me both parts. So minus 20. And anyone else going for why it got famous in the 50s?
Hey, is this Colonel Bogey's March?
Absolutely. And where did you see it in the 50s?
Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yeah. This is the Bridge on the River Kwai humming sound. We use that beat as the basis for this particular song. So if you have seen Bridge on the River Kwai, you know that the famous whistling sound that they make. So Anurag, minus 20 for team 3. So can we have a score check, Anurag? We have reached the end of the quiz.
So before moving to the score, I'll say that there was a tie between team 2 and team 4 at 173.
Right. So let's come up with the scores, Anurag. Tell me the scores.
Can I have the scores after the tiebreak, I guess?
Give him some time. So I guess
26 now.
JK Bhai has gone on way ahead.
Yeah.
And there would be a tie for second and third position, right?
Yeah, second and third.
Okay. So we will be moving on to the tiebreaker right now. So team second, team 2 and team 4, you will both get 2 questions, right? So I'll have the first question and then the answer, and the second question and then the answer. You both will bounce to me or Anurag, right?
Okay. Constant.
Yeah.
Can you repeat once again?
So there's a tiebreaker for second and third position. So we will have 2 questions. First, I will show you the question. You will bounce, both of you, to Anurag or me, right?
Okay.
So there will be 2 questions and it will be judged. Right?
There's no next, right?
Yeah, there are 2 questions. First, we'll go with one and then we'll check the bounces and then go to the second. Yes.
I just mean there's no next for getting it wrong on the first. It's just 0. So I don't know.
Yeah. There's no negative. So are we good to go? So we'll move on to the tiebreaker. Anurag, check for bounces. And this is the rework Y. Okay, so tiebreaker 1. It's an easy question. Identify the seemingly sweet duo on the 50th anniversary screening of their claim to fame. Do work with the clues, but dare not play with them.
You just need the funda, right?
Yeah, the funda would.
Hey, are you sure about 50th anniversary?
Yeah, it was their screening. So this is a photo of that screening.
Give me a second. I'm just typing.
Okay, you're right. So 50th part, scrap the 50th part, work with the other clues.
Okay, so both teams getting it correct.
Both teams getting it correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rightly pointed out 50th is not the right. So, but still you have got it. So the answer is obviously the Grady twins from The Shining. So come play with us, Danny, forever and ever. So do not play with them. So both teams are still at equal. We move on to the second tiebreaker. So this association, founded in 77, is an organization founded by initiate enthusiasts of architecture, anthropology, and history who have an interest in conserving culturally significant dashes, like the now empty, weirdly pyramidical dash, waiting for Nicolas Cage and Centuries. So if I TV or give me the organization's name, both will work. We have an image for you. So this is the image. I don't know if this helps to you. So give me the FITV. Architecture and history.
Just filling the blank.
Yeah, organization, knowing the organization is very difficult. So I'll take FITV. Anurag, have you got bounces?
Not yet.
Okay, guys, is it
I've sent it. Team 4, I sent it.
I have sent it also.
Okay, Sagnik, move on to the answer. Move with the answer.
Okay, so let's move on to the answer. The answer is Association of Gravestone Studies. And basically, these are tombstones or gravestones. Nicolas Cage has a pyramid waiting for him in afterlife. Has made it beforehand. So,
okay, so there's a dramatic change now. So team 2 rotate as National Treasure, and team 5 rotate as Tombstone.
okay, so team 4 came up with tombstones.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll give it to your team 4. It's a very nail-biting final, well worked out. So we have the final standings as team 1, Jaykantan sir winning by a margin. Team 4 who has come up second with the last tiebreaker question, and team 2 with Arun Bhai have come third after a very well worked out game. So with this, guys, we'll come to an end. And for any feedback, comments, brickbats, Galia, compliments, you can reach out to my email. So thank you. Hope you had a good time.
Thanks, Anurag. Thanks, everyone.
So
Nice questions. Thanks. Great questions. Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
for question.
Nice question. Thank you.
From school category, Mohit Kumar scored 8 in the prelims. It's a very good score in the prelims. He scored 8 in the prelims. Being from a school category.
Right, yeah. So Mohit did a good job, yeah. He did a good job, but he found it in the end. But yeah, took a long way to go, Mohit. Very well done. So we'll end the quiz there. Nambi sir, we are ending the screen sharing.
Yeah. Thanks, Sagnik. Thanks, participants.
Thanks
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Good night.
Sagnik, just click on it.